I'm scared. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are turning ourselves into this thing right here. Originally, I wasn't gonna be this. It was something else. And then I was like, hold on, I like the way this is looking. Like I typically wouldn't want to be this, you know, just because like, ugh. But I like how it turned out. I love the eyeshadow. I'm wearing Chrisspy's new lashes, Unscripted Beauty. These are risky. I feel like this is such an easy look to do, you guys. If you were at a last minute like me, like I was like, I don't know what to be. I'm not even in the Halloween vibe. But when I got to this point, I was like, this is cute. It's easy. You guys can easily use whatever you have at home to do this. Very easy to put together. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the Dom fam. And without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, I just clipped these guys in my hair right now just to put my hair back because they're red and glittery and cute. They don't necessarily go with the vibe yet, I don't think, but we'll just go along with it and see what happens. I'm gonna prime my face first with the Juno primer. We want to make sure our face is completely primed and hydrated. Do all the skincare the night before you do any kind of Halloween makeup because it's usually going to be pretty heavy. And if you're using costume makeup, oof, good luck. I'm gonna be using some regular makeup here so you guys can see you don't have to use like pure white, you know, you can make it more realistic with just like a really light foundation. I'm gonna first just get my skin right. I'm gonna use this right here from LA Girl. It's the Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. So I'm gonna take that and the lightest foundation I have, and that's the same thing. It's the LA Girl High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation, so it's not going anywhere. But I'm gonna mix in some of that white in there. I'm gonna take this foundation brush from Morphe. It's the M446. Mix that together. Try to get it as light as you can. Then just pop it on your face, and that looks pretty bright. So we're gonna go with that all over the face. It's okay to look like a ghost in this situation right here. That's what we are going for. I haven't used a brush to do my foundation in a while, but it feels really nice. I don't think I've ever used this foundation brush before from Morphe. It feels really good on the skin. Okay, this is gonna get in the way. And my hair is really dark, so it's gonna get in my hair. I already feel it. So I'm just gonna put my hair back. I'm just gonna do this. I put on this adhesive that was super easy to do, you guys. It's from Tinsley. It's called Tinsley. It was like not even that expensive. They had a YouTube video on how to do this, and it was so easy to follow and so easy to apply. It made me want to buy more. If you don't know how to do this yourself, you can buy it at any Halloween store, and it's super easy. It's just like a tattoo. I'm gonna make sure I cover up all the areas that are normal looking. I just want it to look a little bit more of a natural pale. Whoa, do you see that? That is what's happening. But I'm gonna let this sit and dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and work on my brows. Go in with just the darkest shade I have. This is number 6 Brow Styler for Benefit. This has been my favorite brow pencil lately. It's just so easy to do. I'm gonna just fill them in very quickly. Now I'm gonna get into the eyeshadow, which is super exciting. I have been wanting to do a red smoky eye for so long, and the time has come. First thing I'm gonna do is just set everything. You see how it's all kind of creasing? I'm actually gonna use a little bit of a base. This is the P. Louise. I'm gonna work it in with the DSO5 from Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Pigment brush. This is gonna help the eyeshadow lay down smooth, the colors look more vibrant, all the good things. It's also gonna help last. I'm gonna use a few different eyeshadow palettes. One of them is going to be this one, which I'm really excited about. This is Moonspell from Lunar Beauty, Manny's new eyeshadow palette, which is so freaking amazing. This is everything I've ever wanted in a Halloween eyeshadow palette package. It says Moonspell, and you open the book and there's all these really pretty shades in there. Ugh, and this huge mirror. I am going to use Winifred. Actually, I'm gonna start with Sarah and Winifred. These two guys right there. Also using my new Roxette Sigma X Roxette Arisa brush. This is the E40 Tapered Blending. Look at that beautiful ombre. This is one of my favorite outside packaging of a brush. Do you see this ombre? It is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna start off with a soft wash of this on the crease and on the outer part of the eye and just all over as a base. We're gonna put it on our lower lash line and soften it out, and also on the outer V. Once you get it there, just really soften that shade out. That's gonna be our base transition shade. These just blend so beautifully into the eye. I like the shade Sarah because it has a cool gray tone to it. And that cool tone gray is really gonna pull the haunting look together. So having just a touch of that in the makeup is going to make a world of a difference. Okay, so that is a really nice transition layer. Now I'm gonna go into the second transition color, which is Kiki from the same palette right here. I'm gonna pop that right on the outer part of the outer V and work that in circular motions right on top, but not completely covering it. Just lay it right on top and underneath the other shades that we just did, so it looks like a transition. To make the eyes look a little bit more deep set, I'm gonna take the same color Kiki and put it right under the lower lash line. So I'm not going on the lower lash line, I'm going underneath it, like right here. Something I would try to avoid and never do on a regular kind of makeup look, but because I want it to look a little bit more haunted, a little more deathly, we're gonna do it a little lower. This is the perfect shade for that. Ooh, you can even contour with this shade. We're gonna do some contouring later with it. Now we're gonna get into the red shade, and I was looking around to see where I could find this. A lot of my makeup is at my office, and I go back and forth between. The closest reds I have is this Morphe Fierce by Nature 3503 palette. We have this one, and that is really red, but on camera to me, it looks a little more orangey pink. We're gonna use a mixture because Tati just came out with her eyeshadow palette, volume 1, which is really heavy and thick. I love it. It has all the colors that you need, all the neutrals, some glitters, and then it has this deep maroon shade that I want to pop into a little bit later. Harley also has a really pretty red, which is awesome. In her palette, it's called Steve. This one right here. I also have the Blushing Berries from Dose of Colors, and I wanted to hit these colors here. So I'm gonna just pop into everything because there's a bunch of reds that I wanna use. I think I'm gonna go with the deep red from Tati's palette right here. This is a matte, and really excited to try her formula because swatching it was beautiful, but you can really tell how a product performs by using it on your eye. So I'm gonna pat this right in here, right on top. I'm gonna take it up to the brow bone, and I'm using a very light hand, and then just softly blow it out on the sides. I'm gonna soften that up. I just wanna start right in the center with the red first to map out where we want this red. I'm gonna go into something a little bit more deep, and that's in the Morphe palette. This shade right here. Pop that right on top of it. That's a little bit more of the red we're looking for. And right now I'm just playing around with the different shades of red so we can get a different dimension of red on our eye. Now I'm picking up Steve. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Steve. So I'm just going to deepen up the corners with that. I'm gonna take it up to the brow bone and just circular motions it all the way down. Start to work that on the lower lash line. Picking up the small tapered blending from Sigma, and I'm gonna use this black from the Dose of Colors palette and kind of work that where I would put like a wing. I don't want to go all the way in with it. I want to keep it kind of out here for now and just go back and forth with it. So I'm gonna take this brush right here, it's this short shader brush, and I'm just gonna go over what we did here and soften it out. Taking more of Steve, I think I'm gonna finish out the rest of the eye with this color and just make this nice and deep and cherry. I'm gonna go back into Sarah. She's my friend right now. And we're gonna work that around everything. Make sure to blend Sarah in there. And I'm gonna take this NARS High Pigment Longwear Eyeliner in Via Vento. It's just a black eyeliner. And I'm gonna tightline right up here. Bear from the Carly Bible palette. We're gonna bring it into the inner third, starting really close or right into the inner corner, and then bring it into the inner third. So I'm gonna take the smudger brush and get some of the black from Blushing Berries palette and press the black into the wing that we kind of mapped out earlier with the brush to deepen it up. So I'm picking up the black, and I'm also picking up Zero Gravity from the Celestial Storm palette, and I kind of mapped out this area, but my camera died. So what I did is just go lightly over this hollow area, and then with the brush that we were using for the red shades, I'm not gonna put any more red on it. I'm just gonna go over the outer part of the black to really soften that out here. It just gives your eye like a different shape and makes it more dramatic without doing a full-blown black smoky eye. Bring in a little bit more, and it just kind of deepens that hollowy area. For the liner, I'm gonna take this Urban Decay Alkaline Deep Plummy Purple. It almost reminds me a little bit of Deep Red Blood. So I'm gonna put that on the lower lash line. That is a really nice bloody kind of color. I'm gonna work that all the way into the inner corner. Then I'm gonna take the smudger brush with whatever it has on it and just go over the bottom of that bloody looking plummy red. Then with the red, the brush with all the red eyeshadow, I'm gonna go back over it, actually go underneath the black eyeshadow that we just put on. I have some of this Makeup Forever matte pigment in a really true light blood red. So I'm gonna take that with a tiny little brush, this little pencil brush from Morphe, it's the M431. So I'm just gonna put it right on this lower inner corner. And I have these red jewels that were way too expensive for these little, just this, it was like way too expensive. So I'm gonna put the jewels on right on the inner corners. Euphoria inspired vampire-ish. I'm gonna do a little bit more black. For the lashes, I'm gonna be using the new Unscripted Beauty. These are super fluffy, very dramatic and angular. The taper starts out small in the inner corner and then flares out really fluffy. I'm obsessed with these. So I'm gonna put these on. They're perfect for this look. Okay, so now I'm gonna start working on my face. I'm gonna contour first with the Lunar Beauty palette. I'm gonna take this Smith 109 brush, pop into Sarah, and just softly go down the nose. Like so, and right along the cheekbone. That's gonna give us that deathly kind of a hollowed out look. And you can kind of feel where your cheekbone ends, and that's where you wanna put your contour underneath. And we're also gonna go right above here. I'm gonna take some concealer. This might be too dark. Yeah, it's a little too dark, shoot. We can always mix a little bit of the white in it, just a tad bit, and it'll brighten it up. I wanted it to be haunting, but sexy and wearable, not too scary. So now I'm gonna set everything with the Master Fix from Maybelline. I'm gonna try and avoid all of the eyeshadow that we have. I'm actually gonna take a bigger contour brush, the Hank & Henry Trish brush. That's a lot bigger, so it'll get more space and we'll be able to finish a little quicker. And I'm gonna take the pointier brush that we used earlier, the Small Tapered Blending from Sigma. And whatever we had on that brush, I'm gonna bring it down into the nose. And this is a really precise brush, so kind of use a light hand because it'll really bring in a lot of that color. I'm gonna take some of the gray in Celestial Storm, just a little bit of it, and tap it into the very lower part of the cheekbone. And just keep it there and blend it. I'm gonna take a little bit of a red on my brush. I'm gonna use the Tati red, like that maroon color, and just tap it right on the cheek and right above the brow bone. I'm gonna put a little bit of this red color on my body, just a little bit. So now that I've created this look, I kind of want to ditch this, but I'm just gonna fill it in and wing it. And I'm using Makeup Forever matte pigment, and it's just a bright bloody red. So now that we are pretty much done with the face and everything, I'm really liking how this is turning out. It's something wearable that I actually would wear out. I was gonna be a vampire, now I'm this. Taking a little bit of the Makeup Forever red, but I feel like it's too bright. So I'm actually gonna take some of Heartbeat from Dominique Cosmetics and put that, I don't know why I didn't start off with that, in there. So I'm gonna put little red jewels right on the tear to make it even more glam. Now I'm just getting the idea to put freckles, red freckles on my nose. So I'm just gonna do that with whatever I have left. I'm gonna take the Cherry lip liner from MAC. So I'm gonna mix in Heartbeat right in the center, and a little bit of black. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are going to be this right here for Halloween. Make sure to comment below, tag me on your pictures. I want to see your recreations. I love seeing your recreations. If you haven't checked out my second channel, it'll be right down below. It's my family channel to see what's going on in my personal life other than the makeup. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. If you haven't seen these two videos right here, make sure to check them out. And before I let you go, I just want to let you know that I love you and I appreciate you. You are the best Dom fam I could ever have. And every time I see your comments, it makes me so happy. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.